Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Augustin, and I'm joined here on comment. I'm joined here today with my usual broadcast partner. Wolf, how you doing here tonight?
I'm doing great. Kind of maybe just woke up a bit out of bed, but cares right now.
Today we welcome you all to the first Golden Gate podcast, and we're gonna be doing this once a week. We'll just talk about what's been going on in GGW and what's been going on in the past. So we also will give you a review and later on a topic. Uh, Obviously today it's Wednesday, so we are an hour and a half away from episode 2. But I actually want to talk with you guys about me and Wolf Hill is going to be talking with you guys about episode 1.5. That was done Tuesday, and that had 3 matches on it.
Correct.
So, if we can get right into it, Wolf, the first match, I don't know if you watched it, but it was Joshua Blaze versus Tyler Wolf.
Joshua Blaze versus Tyler Wolf. I was there to catch that at least. I will say this. The match definitely, in my honest opinion, I thought there was going to be more expectations for both men, but you can't really fight when it comes to matches. People can lose off of anything. That's the wrestling world, so when I saw the match, I was like, okay. I was fine with it, honestly. I thought it was a very solid match from what they could bring for their second episode.
It was solid, but I will say this: Tyler Wolf lost rather quickly. It was only around 67 minutes, and Tyler Wolf lost off of the Nirvana, which is the double underhook power driver. These two men, I don't know what's up with Tyler Wolf. Tyler Wolf 0-2 really has not been bringing his A game.
I can definitely agree with that because we both know that we expected a little bit more of a showing from Tyler Wolf, knowing that in the beginning he did take a major loss to Adrian Adams, but it was a rather solid match. But now he's just been off of his groove.
hmm We also know that Tyler Wolf also lost the week before when he fought Max Wolf, and so now he's 0-3. It's really not unfortunate for him. But Joshua Blaze now at 1-2. Is it too late for him in this tournament? I mean, we look at the rest of his we take a look at the rest of his conference. Max Wolf is 2-0.
That is correct.
Max Wolf is 2-0. Adrian Adams is 2-0. Laugh is 2-0. And Laugh is 2-0. Matt Havoc is 1-1 right now.
Ryoba is a one-on-one also with Matt Havoc.
Wheel was in the other block. I'm talking about the A block right now.
Oh, my apologies.
So I I don't know what to do. What's going on with Joshua Blaze and Matt Havoc, and what really can they do to get back in this? There are two people. Well, there are 3 people in the division that are 2-0 right now.
And this is my honest take on all of this. I feel like when it comes to those first matches, it really does impact you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you can't find ways to get back into it. Sometimes that could have been it for everyone, but there's so many people trying to gun back up to the top, trying to find their way into these matches. So it's going to be tough, but I feel like Blaze and Havoc can probably do it, and I believe in both of them. I would like to see them move on and fight these people and maybe even become champion.
My question is, which one of them can do it? I mean, if you think about it, what would have to happen for Matt Havoc is that Matt would have to win the rest of his matches, and then so he would get. Well, he has 2 more matches left. He would get 3-1. Well, he has actually no 4 matches left, so he get 4-1 but you get the case of there's already people with 2-0, and obviously one of these 2-0 people have to fight each other, so they get 3, and undefeated people like Laugh might go undefeated and go 5-0. And so
I will say one thing about this. Wrath has probably been one of the most dominating forces we've had next to some of the other people in this tournament on the other block, and I will say it's a tough game. It's really tough to say. Like you can't even pick an odd winner for this, in my honest opinion.
hmm
Like it's rough competition. There's a lot of rough things going on, and it means a lot, and it probably means a lot to the owner that he has all of these stars that are this hungry just to get some kind of glory, and I will give them this. They are going up against each other for that belt. That
hmm
belt is the first of its kind.
hmm
There is no one here that has held that belt before anyone. And what I can say that whoever wins has a lot of impressions and expectations going into that, and I feel like anyone could pull that off. But the big question, like you said, is who can make it? Who can grab that belt and hold on to it? Who is going to win? That is still to be continued in my thoughts.
I mean, I would say there's a lot of people on the ones of the life. I mean, you look at the B block. Uh, Joey Young, Joey Young's undefeated. Adam Ortiz is undefeated. Hollywood Hanson is undefeated. There's 3 undefeated people there, and in the
Correct.
A block, in the B block, there's also 3 undefeated people. So at that point, it's hard to tell. It's hard to say who's gonna win the block, but it's easier to say who's lost the block.
Yes.
And here are some names that are all but guaranteed eliminated. Derek Wintos, who is 0-2. Tyra Wolf, who is 0-2. Jalen Parker, who is 0-2.
Correct.
Those are these 3 people are guaranteed to be eliminated. Um, I believe Matt Havoc could be eliminated if he loses here tonight. Because obviously there's only 5 matches for everyone. Everyone gets 5 matches. So people are 1-0. But let's move on to our second match of the tournament. Our second match of yesterday, which was Derek Winters versus Adam Ortiz. Did you see the
I will.
match?
I did get some glimpses of the match. I might need some, information on what happened. All I got was little snips in there from social media.
hmm
But I will say from the snips, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't expecting winners to win,
Well, he didn't.
cause yeah, I know he didn't. Because this is what I'll honestly say. I've known winners and I've seen winners. He doesn't really show that he cares, in my honest opinion. He's very. He doesn't show that he deserves the chances that he gets, because he's
Mhm.
shown all the time that he just can't win when it comes to the big time. And no disrespect to any of these wrestlers, it just comes to the fact that there's going to be those people that are going to outdo you. And you need to somehow find a way to outdo them. And that's what happened with Ortiz versus Winners. Ortiz outdid Winners.
And obviously, Ortiz was super impressive that match. I mean, he found his target early, and that was the left leg of Derek, which we now know Derek Winters is injured. He
That is
is
correct.
he's suffering a lot of pain in his left ankle after those Achilles holds from those Achilles holds from Adam Ortiz. So Derek's coming into this match tonight against Cyril Lioba injured. My question is, do you think that will progress in Wilson throughout the tournament?
Absolutely.
And what do you
like, if you,
what do you think this
sorry,
means?
I cut you off.
What do you one do you think this will Wilson through the tournament? And two, what does this mean for somebody who has just came back from pro wrestling after a year hiatus and is now in already injured?
This is what I'll say. When you get an injury this early, it's rough. Like you want a prime example, you can give it to one of the top stars right now, Kenji Hiroshima, going through a serious injury, but still going on to put those great main events. And people even compared his injury history to likes of Alan Weaver, all great people in this industry. And I will say it's a lot to go through, but I don't know what could happen honestly. Because of course, if you get an injury in your leg, it's gonna f you up bad. And I think when it comes to winners in this, it's going to be a big thing because in his match with Ryoba is looking to win. He is probably one of the most hungry and impressing stars that I've seen. I mean, take his match with Parker. I will say this: Ryoba is not out there to grieve for anyone's troubles. He's out there to win. And he's proven that on multiple statements, but he comes out there with honor, and I respect for Ryoba for what he does for the business.
My quest, well, yes, but my question was for Winto's. Is this bad? Obviously, being injured is bad, but those talks of his career being on the line now that he's fighting with his injured ankle. A lot of damage to his Achilles, his tendons.
Yes, Derek. He's probably going to go out there with a very bad injury, and he will wrestle. And it's gonna.
Plans on taking advantage of that tonight.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. There's no way that I could not see Shiro not going for the biggest injury on a guy. Even though some people say it's a what people call it a bitch move. It's the smartest decision, and that's what you got to be in this tournament, and that's smart. So
Ryoba trying to gun back to the top. He obviously lost week 1 against
Sir Hollywood Hansen.
Yeah, Hollywood Hansen. But then I believe he picked up a win again. He picked up a win against Jalen Polko, if I remember quickly.
Yes.
Which then Jalen Polko had those quite interesting words to say. But yeah, so back to the match. Derek Winto's and Adam Ortiz put on a very, very fun, technical kind of mixed martial arts style. There was a lot of strikes, a lot of knees, a lot of kicks, and obviously there was some pro wrestling thrown in there with people going off the top rope and stuff like that. But mostly it was all submission holds. I really enjoyed this match. Also, Adam Ortiz went off a suit and stall press. I repeat, someone went off the suit and stall press. Again, someone won off the suit and stall press. I'm happy. Do you think that's Ortiz's new finish?
I mean, to be dead honest, first off, like you said, someone ended it off of a shooting star press. Do I think that Ortiz is going to use it every single time? No. Do I think that he could use that as a very dangerous move and his moveset? Yes. When it comes to this, I will honestly say Ortiz is a very strategic man. I've gotten to talk to him, I've sat in a room with him. He's very, very charismatic, and he's probably one of the most dangerous high-riskers I've ever seen. He's taken barbed wire to the arm. To the arm. Like, it's scary what he's gone through, honestly. I give Ortiz all the credit for what he does.
He's also been very impressive here in Golden Gate, starting off at 2-0. I mean, I'm impressed for Ortiz. Ortiz is somebody who you wouldn't expect that from, He's in here with big fishes in this pond, and, well, he's showing that he can bite too.
Definitely.
And next we go to our main event, the talk of the town, Adrian Adams, WAF. Adams obviously was undefeated going into this match against WAF, and so was WAF, and well, only one streak could live, and that was WAF's. But what a match this was, man.
I will say this. I thought Adrian Adams wasn't that strong, but he is a strong boy. He is a big, strong fucking boy.
You want to talk about that right now? You want to talk about... Okay, for those who tuning in and don't know, Adrian Adams not only lifted WAF. By the way, WAF is 6'8". Adrian Adams is only 6'1". WAF's like
Yeah.
double his size,
Exactly.
weight-wise. And Adrian Adams lifted him up, spun him around, and hit a Blue Thunder Bomb. It was
Yeah.
insane.
You should have heard this. You should have heard whoever had to commentate that, because this man sounded like a little girl.
Like it's honestly insane the ability of Adrian Adams. And speaking of that, Adrian Adams had a very smart strategy going into it, and that was to stay away from WAF and have WAF come to you. We saw this at the beginning of the match. Adrian Adams dodged most of his attacks before running to the outside and running back into the ring, having WAF follow him. But WAF, I'll say this. Adrian is known for his striking prowess, right? He loves those knees, he loves those fists, he loves whatever he can use. Well, WAF loves just throwing his body at somebody. Those Lilliats, just stiff. The stiffest Lilliats I have seen
God.
since.
Don't even talk about them. Oh God.
Like I thought I was watching All Japan again. You know, I was watching the King's Road the way this American was throwing Lilliats.
Jeez, bro. I'll say this. I was scared of Raph already, but now I don't even want to be near him. I don't want him to breathe in my direction. He's gonna kill me. Like, if I do one wrong thing, he could just clothesline me to hell.
Exactly. Like he can hurt you with those Lilliats. Oh, he can just throw you around, which he does best. But we gotta give the devil his due and talk about Adrian Adams. Matt Havoc lasted only 4 minutes. Exactly.
Yes.
With WAF. Mr. Adrian Adams lasted 11.
That is true.
Like, he almost had him though.
I will say this. Did I think Adrian was gonna win? No. Did I know that he was gonna put up that much of a fight? No. Was I shocked? Yes. Cause here's my honest take. Whenever I see Wrath, I know a person's gonna die. But the fact that he put that much up a fight, like, I gave him a round of applause for what the hell he does. Cause Jesus, you're going up against it. He's not even a human. That is a straight up monster.
Which is insane.
And
Insane that this level of talent is here in Golden Gate. I mean, fucking just annihilated Matt Havoc. But how about we talk about that finish, though?
oh God.
Adrian Adams, one thing you can't knock Adrian, right, is his halt.
Yes.
And Adrian kicked out of the two Dominators at one. Like, Adrian, I know you want this, but do you have a death wish?
I think that man literally went up to God and said, "Yeah, get my deathbed ready."
Sign my will, make my arrangements with gods, and he made his peace because he wanted that smoke. He wanted all of it.
He said, and this is. He literally said to Wrath, "You ain't shit," and Wrath said, "I bet," and just fucking killed him again. The heart of Adams is something you do not mess with, and that was probably the biggest example of why You don't mess with Adams. So, now I need to know a question from you. Are you more scared of Adams or are you more scared of Wrath? Because here's the thing, you got a man that's the size of a tower. You got a man that can do stuff like that, what he did with Wrath. Would you be more scared of Wrath or Adams? And of course his sorry folks, his thing is not having the best things right now. Trying to help. Well, for the time being, I'm going to continue talking because I would be more scared of Wrath personally because he's just a fucking monster. Like, what do you want me to say other than you should be scared of him? Like if you're not, then you're not human. You don't exist. Goodbye. Good night. But now, it's all Wrath. Wrath is 2-0. Nobody has beaten him. Nobody has come close to beating this behemoth. But, there's one thing I will say. If there's anyone on this block who I think could beat him, there's one man, don't want to name yet, there's this one man who I think could take it to Wrath, and I think he can beat him. But now, it's getting close. There's a lot of people moving up. There's a lot of people moving down, and I'm excited to see what Golden Gate can bring with this tournament.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes. That's why we're here. We're here to answer questions.
I think Wrath, because you can have all the determination in the world and the heart and the love for this business and the love of the fight, but you get knocked down, and if you get knocked down enough, you ain't coming back up. And Wrath proved that when he manhandled Adrian Adams and lifted him into the air and choked him out. He got him with his elevated neck crank, and Adams hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. Wrath is a whole different beast. So, honestly, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm scared for anyone who has to step in the way of Wrath. And well, we know Friday it's going to be Max Wolf who steps in with Wrath. And today Wrath takes on Joshua Blaze. So Cruiserweight posted an even bigger opponent.
So much to see. So much to see.
So, and I do wanna ask, going through these 3 matches, what is your rating for each of the matches?
For each of the matches? Alright, are we going down from each one?
Yep.
Alright, let's start off with the first match. So, I'll let you go first, Mr. Host.
I would give it maybe 2.5.
Oh. Why might that be?
Well, because it was a very slow to the point match. I mean, these two have so much they could have done, but they wasn't able to do it. It was a quick, fast win for Joshua Blaze.
Fair enough, I'm going to give it the same rating because I can agree with that. Alright, moving on to the next match.
Derek Winters versus Adam Ortiz.
I will say the match was good. It's just upsetting that Derek went through that injury midway in the match.
Mm-hmm.
So the rating that I'm going to give that is a solid 3.25.
I can agree. 2.25. I think this match was great and was very entertaining, especially for these two style who crashed so well. I did want to see if there's anything else that comes out of this. Also, I love the finish of the student stall press, my favorite finisher in all of wrestling.
Yes. But now moving on to the next match, since I went first, your turn to go. Next one.
I think this match was great. I really enjoyed it. There was this one really good spot where Adam Ortiz went for a I mean not Adam Ortiz, but Adrian Adams went for a middle rope senton, and he just bounced off of. He just bounced
Oh
off of.
God. Yeah.
Wef looked like a
Oh.
monster, and
Oh,
Adrian
Adams, if
showed
you're
his.
here, can we get a social media post on how is your back?
How is his neck?
True. How is your neck, sir? Do
How
we
is your
need to
body?
call
That's a question.
what is your body? Anyways,
I personally would give this a 3.75.
I would honestly give it a 4.
Mm-hmm. Is that
All right.
reason?
The reason why I give this a 4 is because it was just so good.
Mm-hmm.
They showed off Dave versus Goliath at this point. Because here's the thing. People knew Wrath was going to come in there and win. But Adams just brought that heart and hope that he can win. Like that
Even
Blue
made me
Thunder
believe.
Bomb.
I think Adrian made a lot of people a believer.
I'm sorry. But that Blue Thunder Bomb, it made me shiver me timbers. Like, what? It's true! It gave me the heebie-jeebies, bro.
I think the second I saw him laugh is when I was a believer in Adrian Adams. Cause, I hear a lot about Adrian Adams, being this big star from this company, this great star from this company, a Hall of Famer. And he came here week 1 and said,
I have to agree with that because honestly, Adams is probably one of the most impressive guys I've seen, and I will let you continue on what you were saying.
he all this talk about how he was gonna come in here, make this the house that he built, and well, he made me a believer here. So I'm hoping he can bounce back from the loss. But that all the 3 matches waited. I want to ask you one more question before we end the
Yes.
podcast here, and that is this: 2 blocks, 6 people each. Who's winning each block? Who's going on to Fortune, and who's winning the world title? Tell me your prediction.
You want my honest opinion?
Yes.
There's so many people in here that I wish all of them could win something from this, but there's only one person who can win. A lot of great stars, a lot of great competition. The guy who I think is going to win is one of my personal favorites from the companies that I've seen him in. One of my favorite, one of the most talented guys, one of the best work rate guys you can get from any company, and I am going to select Max Wolf. People think I was gonna go with Wrath, but I feel in my heart, I feel in my soul
Do you think
that
Max
Max
is winning
Wolf
A-block?
is going. I think he's gonna defeat Wrath and win.
Mm-hmm. And who's winning B block? Who's meeting Max at the pay-per-view?
Who I think is gonna be winning B block, that's tough. That's real tough because the guy who I think is going to meet Max Wolf B block is the Hollywood star himself.
You thinking we get in Max Wolf versus Hollywood Hanson? That's a very interesting match. I mean, a match we have seen before, a very storied feud in the Pro Wrestling Independent circuit. That would be a great match to see, but I don't believe it.
Oh,
I don't believe it.
Nani?
I think the winner of A block is going to be Wrath. I think Wrath steamrolls the entire division. Steamrolls the entire way to A block. And I think the winner of B block is going to be Adam Ortiz. I think we get Wrath versus Ortiz. And I
Oh,
think,
jeez, I
me
never
out.
thought of that.
hear me out.
What?
This might be a upset, and this might give me the Kendrick Perkins award of hot takes. But I think Ortiz does it. I think Ortiz is our first world
You're
champion.
thinking Ortiz defeats fucking Wrath?
I think Ortiz beats Wrath.
You are insane!
The way he manipulated the body of Derek Winters, the way he showed so much skill in pinpointing his submissions, made me believe that he can tap out laugh. I think
You
Ortiz
are
doesn't.
mental! Why are we friends?
But ladies and gentlemen, if I am mental or if Wolf Hero has a bad opinion, you can let us know in the comments below. I have been Augustin. This has been my colleague Wolf, and we'll see you all next week and tonight for the show. Thank you all for tuning in.
Bye.